Let me show you something simple, and then ask you a question that has no business being hard. Here is a ball. I give it a gentle roll across the floor. It slows down, and then it stops. It always stops. So here is the question: what stopped it? Hold on to your answer, because the real reason is one of the deepest ideas in all of physics. And once you see it, you will never look at a moving thing the same way again. So let us experiment. Here is a puck on some rough ground. I give it one good shove. And look, it barely travels before it gives up. Something was dragging on it the whole way. That something has a name: friction, and the rougher the ground, the harder friction pulls back. So let us be kinder to the puck, the very same shove, but now on smooth ice. See how much farther it runs. I will leave a marker where it stopped. Now smoother ice still, the same shove again, and it carries farther yet. Another marker, further down the line. Now look at what we have made: less friction. And it goes farther, less friction. Farther still. Do you feel where this is heading? So I ask the question that cracked this whole problem open. What if the ground were perfectly smooth? No roughness at all. No friction anywhere. How far would the puck go? It would never stop. It would glide on, straight and steady, at one unchanging speed, forever past every marker, and out beyond the edge of the world. So here is the truth we were missing. The puck never wanted to stop. Nothing does. The stopping was always friction, a hidden hand pressing on everything that we simply never noticed. And that is Newton's first law. Let me say it plainly, the way you should remember it. A body keeps doing whatever it is already doing. If it sits still, it stays still. If it moves, it keeps moving, at the same speed, along the same straight line, until a force comes along to change it. No force, no change. That is the entire law. Everything else today is just us learning to believe it. This stubbornness, this flat refusal to change its motion, has a name of its very own. We call it inertia. And different things carry different amounts of it. An empty cart, you can start with one fingertip. Pile it high with bricks and it fights you. To get going and to stop, more matter, means more inertia. And read the law carefully. It said a straight line. So even turning is a change of motion. Even turning needs a force. Watch, a ball whirled on a string is being pulled inward every single instant. Now cut the string, and with nothing left to turn it, it flies off dead straight. You have felt this law in your own body. The bus rolls along. The driver slams the brakes, and you pitch forward. The bus stopped, but you kept going. Nothing threw you forward. You were simply obeying the law, still moving because no force had yet stopped you. That right there is what a seatbelt is for. So, what did we learn today? 1. Nothing stops on its own. Friction does the stopping. 2. With no force at all, motion lasts forever. And 3. That resistance to change is inertia, and it grows with mass. 3 ideas. 1 law. And it sets up the very next question. A force changes motion, yes. But by how much? That is where we go next. One last thought to carry home with you. Far out in deep space, away from everything, a stone you toss tonight will still be sailing, straight and true, long after you and I are gone. That is not magic. That is just a thing, left alone. And whenever you are curious, I am at padho.ai, waiting for you.